Way trained to push past the pain, not athletes, just people trafficked every day right here in the United States, sometimes by someone they trusted during the World Cup. Help us break the silence. Visit bluecampaign.gov/World Cup to learn more. Paid for by the Department of Homeland Security. And speaking of the World Cup, don't miss Team USA's first game of the group stage later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific on Fox. It's USA versus Paraguay live from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. By the way, I'm sure traffic will be fun for that. It's always a good time trying to get in and out of SoFi, the world's largest gazebo.
Oh, it's interesting getting into the airport. I'll tell you that.
Oh, pain in the ass?
It's interesting.
What do you mean?
A lot of people coming in.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of people coming in.
I mean, a lot of people who maybe haven't driven.
There was a game yesterday,
before.
Wasn't there?
No, they were in Mexico. Yeah, Mexico.
They were coming in. When is it, today?
Yeah, later tonight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, people were coming in yesterday, bro.
Is this a taste of what the Super Bowl is going to be like here in LA?
I don't. Well,
feel like soccer's much bigger, but with that being said, it is spread out though, right? Like, yeah, it's being played in multiple places.
It's spread out. I would say maybe the issue is people not familiar with driving here. And if they do think it's a good idea, well, we'll just rent a car. Like you'd be surprised how many people get conned into thinking, well, renting a car is just the easiest thing to do. I can remember talking to some guy when I was in Alabama. We were covering the was it the Papa John's Bowl? South Carolina was playing UConn, and I was talking to some guy in Alabama, and that was the year that, remember, Colt McCoy was the Texas quarterback, and it was Nick Saban's first Alabama national championship, and it was played at the Rose Bowl. I remember talking to this guy from Alabama, and he's like, "Oh man, we got hooked up with a really sweet travel package to go out there for the Rose Bowl to see the Tide play." And I'm all, "Yeah, what's that?" He goes, "Yeah, man, we got this car. We're flying in. We're gonna get to San Diego, and then we drive up." I'm like, "You're flying into where?" He goes, "San Diego." I was like, "Why are you flying into San Diego?" He's, "Oh, well, the travel agent told us you fly into San Diego, and then you take the car up to the game." I'm like, "Man, you know how much of a pain in the ass that drive is?" So basically,
you might as well take another flight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so basically, the guy got duped into thinking you could just fly into San Diego, because people get confused when it comes to LA. They look at the mileage and they don't look at the minutes. So they think, oh, well, it's just 20 miles away. That should be 20 minutes. No, 20 miles in LA is a grind. Like 20 miles in LA, you could be looking at an hour and a half on some days.
Oh, easily.
And that's why people, whenever I hear people in other parts of the country talk about how bad traffic is, I'm like, dude, stop. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea. The 405, when we fill in for Dan Patrick, or if we're doing Colin Cowherd, the difference in the commute in a matter of maybe an hour and a half is wild in what we have to deal with.
Oh, bro, I'll be on the traffic. I call it the traffic wave. Like, you know how you get up on your board and you're at the top of the wave as it's getting going before, like, you get down into it and you could go through it and all that stuff. Hey, bro, soon as that's why I beat Cheeks up out of there so quick. Soon as the show's over, and you see the traffic coming, like you see it, like you can see all of the cars, but it's still moving. So it's like you're surfing it. I surf right on into my crib and don't come out, because traffic is that's a different animal in LA, man. They was asking somebody super quick. They was asking somebody the advice on how to get around during the World Cup and this, that, and the other. And basically the advice was, you can't. Yeah. There is no solution for you, because you can't. There is no way around what you're going to do and have to sit in order to get around.
Well, I don't know if you were out here when there was Carmageddon. They called it Carmageddon because they were shutting down a giant section of the 405, and they basically told people that worked here, rent a hotel. Like, literally, don't even bother. It's just a complete waste of your time, because you're not going to get through, and the side streets are going to be too jammed up. So enjoy it, everybody around SoFi.
Get a scooter.
As you know, managing maintenance, repair, and operations is never easy. But for the ones who always rise to the challenge, Grainger has your back. From professional-grade products you can count on to fast, dependable delivery, they're there to help you keep things running smoothly. Plus, their technical product specialists are here to help answer your toughest questions. And because Grainger knows safety is always a priority, they're committed to being your partner in protecting both your people and your facilities. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Game night's fun until someone spends 5 minutes lining up one shot. Chalk, breathe, re-chalk, still aiming. While they figure it out, I fire up Chumba Casino. I can spin anywhere, anytime, and there's always a new social casino game every week. Spins happen way faster than that shot. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
America's turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th. Listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway. Take that road trip of all the Insta-worthy spots across the country, from bucket list to booked. Wow. Win your share of $250,000. Celebrating 250 years of America with iHeartRadio.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's reports of an accident this morning on the 130 toll road going southbound around FM 969. A 15-minute slowdown on the northbound side of I-35. You're backed up going from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon Drive. And over on Mopac northbound, issue-free from William Cannon up to Loop 360, about a 10-minute drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Make today a little better with IHOP and the IHOP value menu, where a full satisfying meal is just $6 any day of the week. Pick your fluffy pancakes, crispy bacon and eggs, or try the new BLT, stacked high and served with fries. Big flavor, just $6 every day. $7 in some locations.
Your city deserves a safer, fairer ride. Fair.coop is coming soon with no surge pricing, no hidden fees, fair, transparent fares, and rides up to 20% cheaper. Drivers can earn up to 90%, and you can refer riders or drivers to earn free rides or commissions. Download now for the world's safest ride. Fair.coop, official partner of iHeartRadio. Download the app now at fair.coop/iHeart. That's FARE.coop/iHeart.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
Tonight, Christian Pulisic and the U.S. kick off their World Cup dream on a huge night in L.A. USA, Paraguay, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox and streaming free on Tubi.
National Outlet Shopping Day is June 11th to 14th at Simon Premium Outlets and Mills. It's the biggest outlet savings event of the year, with 4 days of jaw-dropping deals. Become a Simon Plus member to pick up a limited edition tote bag while you're there. Plus, get cash back, points, and perks when you shop. Join for free at simonplus.com. Benefits awarded subject to rewards programs terms at plus.simon.com/terms and official rules posted on site. While supplies last. Ends on June 14th, 2026.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Experience music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history. It's more than just fireworks. Learn more about this landmark celebration at america250.org.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org/ride.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff.
The morning kickoff. It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a feel-good Friday edition of the Morning Kickoff, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. The Spurs have to get things done ASAP. We'll hear from Mitch Johnson. The Cowboys continue to put on work. PJ Locke, Mark's guy, talked about him yesterday. He is getting a lot of love in Cowboys camp. The Texas baseball team is back in Omaha. And yes, Coach did give us a little hint on what was going to happen. And Parker Coleman of KView joins us at 8 o'clock. The voice of the Texas Athletics and the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, joins us at 8:17. And USA starts the World Cup group play today. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. And today is his birthday. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air. And today is a special day, so make sure you use it today to wish the big fella a happy birthday. Mark, I'm not going to get things started a little too crazy today because we're going to end up talking about the Spurs. But happy birthday, big fella, man. I mean, you know, it's a blessing to have one of these, and you continue to have them. So happy birthday, my guy.
Man, thank you so much, man. Just another day to give God the glory.
Amen, amen. Said it with his chest. Amen, amen. Well, let's get into it. The San Antonio Spurs need to say some things with their chest as well, as San Antonio is backed in a corner, down 3-1. It could easily be 3-1 Spurs, but it is a tough battle. And my question to you right now, before we hear from Mitch Johnson, my question to you is, being down 3-1, knowing that you lost the game the way that you lost it, lost games the way that you've lost them, what do you think the Spurs mentality is at this particular moment?
As a coach, I would challenge my team. I would challenge my team to see who can play through the whistle, see who can play to the last second. Not the last minute, but the last second. I want the officials to have to stop you, physically stop you from trying to advance, from trying to accelerate a fast break or whatever. Any element of the game, they should be very intense.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, there is a
this is
Marcus, if you would like to play it, there is no tomorrow. You feel me?
Yeah.
This is it.
Sure.
This is it. This is where that moment where this team understands the opportunities that they have missed. And that's the psyche that I'm trying to get into right now is, are they a team that has looked at this moment, this particular moment, and said, we can do this?
There is no tomorrow.
Or is this a team that we're sitting there and looking at and knowing that they're defeated? That's my question to you.
You know what? I don't look at them as a team that's going to come out and look defeated. I think that they're going to be at home. And these Spurs fans want to see them fight. They want to see them show that, you know what, we could have won these games. We didn't, but this is our gift to our fan base. We're not going to lose this on our floor. And that is, again, that's coaching. You can the players can show up, but if you don't have direction and a directive from your coaches, then you're just out there playing.
Right.
And usually players, they play with emotion. And you're the one that said it, man. Don't be too emotional. Don't let the pressure out of the bottle. That's a big deal. The coach got to monitor that. He will, I think.
Well, Mitch Johnson spoke and was asked about what went wrong in the second half of that last game after scoring 76 points in the first half.
Obviously, a few things. To score 30 points in a half. We got away from what got us the 76 points in the first half, just in terms of putting pressure on the rim, rolling after screens, running, continuing to find the paint, whether it's for ourselves or for a teammate. We got on our heels and, miss some shots, and then, you don't get as many free throws and high percentage looks.
And the other part of that, Mark, and you look at the other part of that, he said that at the end, he was like, not getting to the free throw line. 100%. That's something we talked about. It's like you missed opportunities when you're 8 minutes in and you got 8 minutes left and you're not attacking the rim. That's just bad basketball.
Hardge, the number one thing that you're taught when somebody's shooting is what? Don't foul a jump shooter.
Yep.
You're not going to get fouls because everybody knows that rule. But if you get downhill and you try to post somebody up and a double team comes, very likely you're either going to get fouled or you're going to score. Minimally, you're going to run time off the clock because it requires more time to drive to the basket because you have to set it up.
Yep.
They did none of those. And they're going to have to do that again. They did it in the first half.
Yep.
It's just a matter of just going back to the drawing board, cliche,
closing out,
and then go in and say, "Listen, man, I want to see if you can stop me from getting in the paint because don't send Wemby up to set the screen no more, unless it's a design play for him to pick and pop, pick and roll and shoot. Don't do it. Don't do it."
Right. Right. Well, here's Mitch and the lessons that could be learned from the previous game.
Yeah, at the top of the list, just in terms of obviously the circumstances and the stakes of what we're playing for, and to put as much good work into that first half as we did and get the lead that we had and not finish the job is
fourth row second,
to say the least.
No doubt. No doubt. Utterly ridiculous for them to not be able to finish that game. But you know what? Tomorrow night, 7:30, got to be ready to go, got to be focused, got to be the team that we thought they were going to be when it came to finishing out ball games.
Hey,
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Hardge, I love everybody like play cousins. But please, guys, don't call me and ask me for the hookup for tickets to that game. Those tickets are $10,000. I love y'all, but I'm no, I'm not. I'm not.
Who called you for tickets like that?
Five.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll name them off the air later, but I'm just saying. All right, 5
man.
people yesterday alone. Nobody said, "Hey, man, I'm just giving you a call to say happy birthday." It's been a long time. Hey, you think you give me tickets for the game? At least massage me a little bit, Hardge. They ain't do that. Hey, when I name the names, you're gonna be like, "I'm calling him,"
or I'll be like,
yeah.
That's why I'm like, wait, what? Why would they even try to call you for?
You miss every shot you don't take.
Marcus was like, hey, by the way, man, happy birthday. You think you can hook me up, brother? I want to go to that
game. you got the plug on that one. That's what he's trying to find out. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Man,
and people,
so
I guess people just don't have couth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, well, today is the big fella's birthday. Hit him up. Get on his social media at the Mark Henry. Wish him a happy birthday. Also, stay locked in all day long because we got a lot that is happening. World Cup is underway. USA plays tonight. Watch parties at Auditorium Shores. It was packed there last night. It's going to be even more so tonight. You also got Texas baseball this weekend. We got the voice of Texas Longhorns athletics and Texas baseball this weekend. Craig Way will be joining us at 8:17. We'll also have Ann Parker Coleman of KView joining us at 8 o'clock. We continue to make this thing happen. But coming up next, we go from San Antonio to Dallas as we talk Dallas Cowboys and get the latest. PJ Locke, very impressive with the Dallas Cowboys. We also will talk Texas baseball as I get, give my thoughts on it and preview a show for tomorrow. All right here on a Feel Good Friday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Get all off faith, then our boys because they know how to ball.
Everything runs through Austin.
Swing and a miss! Light the tower! The Texas Longhorns have won their second straight softball national championship.
Congratulations to Texas softball on winning back-to-back national championships.
Terry going back, warning track, deep, it's gone! Tegan's 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss.
1300 The Zone, your home for champions, your home for the Horns.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
Tickets go on sale for everyone today at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific at AXS.com.
And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
A vehicle caught on fire on I-35 northbound at FM 150. First responders were quick to the scene. That fire has been put out, so cleanup is over on the right shoulder, causing some minor slowdowns throughout the area. And on I-35 northbound as well, you're stop and go, making that transition from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon Drive. Right now, adding about 5 minutes to the Friday morning commute. I'm Jason Fostick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
50 years in the Lone Star State. A one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs Wine Spirits and Finer Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shop Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shop Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you.
Shop.
Cheers to savings.
Hey, Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This year, North America will be the center of the soccer universe, hosting the biggest sporting event in the world. 48 nations and 104 matches as every player puts it on the line for their country. And BetOnline has you covered with live lines and player props from sportsbook, casino, the whole tournament. Enjoy the freedom of online gaming at BetOnline, where the action moves with you and every moment is yours. Make 26 your year. Bet on at BetOnline.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you run a business, consider this. 77% of Americans say our nation's 250th birthday is an appropriate time to celebrate. That gives you the green light to advertise. Let iHeart help you advertise around America 250. Call 844-844-iHeart today to get started.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to leafjohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
Transform your home with fresh paint, just in time for America's 250th anniversary. Celebrate with CertaPro Painters and get $250 off projects of $2,500 or more. Schedule by July 10th and let freedom and fresh paint ring. We are more than just your local painters. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mike Hardball, Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer, world's strongest man, the Mark Henry. And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. As we talked about before, we continue to look around the NFL. Football season is still upon us. We talk about it all the time. Football is never going to stop. And somebody that is a new acquisition for the Dallas Cowboys is one former Longhorn, P.J. Locke. P.J. Locke, DeMarvion Overshown, and Jaden Blue, Longhorns, on this Dallas Cowboy football team. But with P.J. Locke coming in, P.J. Locke has been in the league for a while. You heard Mark talk about the mindset of PJ learning from one Christian Parker and what he brings to the table every single day. But I want you to hear Coach Schottenheimer talk about what PJ Locke has been doing and the impressive part since he has shown some leadership since he got on this Cowboys team.
I will say this, I've shared with you guys, I've been taking 8, 9, 10 guys to dinner most Tuesdays. And one of the nights that we went, that PJ was there, listening to him talk to the rookies and explain his story and his journey, from Pittsburgh to undrafted, all the different things that he had to deal with, to not thinking, shoot, am I ever going to make it in this league, and all those things. And the insight that he brings to this locker room is, I think, invaluable. And having the insight is one thing, but being willing to share it and talk. As much as I literally called Brian Wansley the next morning and said, hey, you need to have PJ Locke talk to the rookies, because I think there was 3 or 4 rookies there that night. But I was like, they all need to hear his story and what he's about. And he's just a terrific young man.
Outstanding.
Coach Scheider was talking about him as a man and his leadership abilities and him having a story to tell to keep people kind of focused and in line. But the things that I've been hearing hard from my sources is that you can't get in front of the room and talk to everybody if you're not doing leadership things.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to lead from the front. Apparently, he has grasped this defense very easily for whatever reason. He understands it. He is an enforcer. He is a guy that can hit you a ton, and that leaves Downs to be able to diagnose and be more of a free safety than the strong safety that he's been most of his life, which is an easier position. So you get the best player on your defense playing a position where he can have an easier time. Man, they made some drastic improvements, and I'm real curious to see how the Cowboys are going to melt together.
What do you mean?
This front seven and this back end of the defense.
Gotcha.
They've never played together outside of OTAs. A lot of these guys never met each other before. So, like, I mean, the defensive ends outside of Osimhen, you're at end, and Quinn Williams and Kenny Clark, like a lot of these guys, and Gary now, they don't know each other. They brought in two linebackers. Agent Zero was injured most of the last year, so he only played 7 games. The secondary has been completely overhauled outside of Bland and Ravel. So, like, these are all of this is new. Where are you supposed to be? What's your responsibility? And to have a guy that came out and said in an interview earlier this month, I'm learning stuff that I've been in the league for however many years it was. He said he was in the league, and this is the first time I even heard of this. Like, that's great.
Yeah. Well, Jane Slater of NFL Network and works with the Cowboys. She covers the Cowboys all over the place. Going back to what you said about PJ Locke and Christian Parker, Jane Slater was asked about, was talking to the team about what they think they can expect from the new look Christian Parker defense.
Well, today is Red Zone, and it's 2-minute work, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see really this thing in full bloom. I don't know how much we're going to learn schematically during practice, what they're going to be doing, but based on the fact that he learned a lot from Vic Fangio and Brian Flores, expect a defense to be built on disguise. Think about it this way. They'll show a 2-high shell before the snap and then rotate into cover 3, quarters, or a match concept after the ball is snapped. Now, players like Caleb Downs, they become chess pieces. They can change the picture for quarterbacks and force hesitation. Now, there are still questions about whether Dallas has enough pass rush, but one person explained it to me this way. In today's NFL, confusion can be just as valuable as pressure. And as Schottenheimer pointed out, the best pass rush units, they don't rely on one star. They create pressure from multiple spots. One other note, Schottenheimer told us he's spending 50-50 time between the offensive and defensive meeting rooms this year. He said he's learning the math and spacing involved in facing defenses like Vic Fangio's and Brian Flores. If you look at the way this offense is played against those defenses, they've been pressed in spots. So this should help out the offense as much as they're hoping they just get a middle of the pack defense this year to be competitive.
That's it. That's it. Middle of the pack. I don't need you to be the best defense in the league. I just need you to be comparable to your offense. If your offense scores 30 points, make sure they score 29, period.
You know, I was looking at Christian Parker's defense, and he said he wanted to add more pressure to the A gaps, that he was going to always have somebody close enough to the line of scrimmage that they created a A gap that decreased the integrity of the A gaps. They were going to have a linebacker in that spot, or they were going to have a guy lined up in one of those spots. So either way, the quarterback is going to have to make account for what's in the middle of the field. So when these guys have these great elite pass rushes from the outside, his focus is not on evading, which is what he should be doing, but he's worried about the pressure up the middle. And It's been a while since I've been excited about a Cowboy defense. It's been years. I mean, at least 5 since I was like, wow, this defense is nice. I'm excited about it.
Well, the one thing too, I mean, you talking about pressure in the A gap, but think about this: as a quarterback, where's the worst place for you to do? Up the middle. Up the middle is the worst place, because what do you always hear? You got to be able to step up in the pocket. Well, you can't step up in the pocket if you got pressure in the pocket coming straight at you. So for me, as a quarterback, I don't want people, because I can elude you if I dip out on you coming from behind on me and being able to slide through. No, there's other ways to get through. So if you can present that pressure coming up the middle, it will be very difficult for quarterbacks to maneuver. And not only that, it creates the pressure for those run games too, because they're going to be able to stop the run with those two big boys in there, with Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark being able to factor.
You block the wrong guy as a guard, you have a free rusher.
Exactly.
And we haven't had that in these 4 years.
Well, the thing about it too, I mean, you got two good linebackers that are really going to make a lot of noise, and that is with D. Winters and what he's been able to do in this league, and DeMarvion Overshown with all of his upside. So you start to truly figure that those guys are going to be key factors to this defense. We were talking yesterday about DeMarvion Overshown wearing the green dot. I mean, that's what it's all about. You start dialing into that. You don't give that to just anybody. And Caleb Downs might be a guy who ends up getting the green dot as well, because you don't necessarily have to be a linebacker to get the calls. You can be that guy in the middle, like Caleb Downs as far as leadership. Speaking of leadership, Texas is in Omaha. And we had a conversation yesterday with Coach Jim Schlossnagle that he kind of alluded to, but didn't want to give us the grease. But we'll find out a little bit more. We'll talk about it in the Hardge Knocks Life moment on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
There are some slowdowns on the eastbound side of Highway 71 due to a crash around Buck and Wolf Lane. Looking at the drive on I-35 southbound, starting to bog down from 45 over to 183. 3 to 5 minutes being added to your commute in that area. But over on Mopac southbound, you're issue-free, making that drive from Breaker Lane into downtown. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Save $100 off any plumbing, AC, or electrical repair, $1,000 or more. That's $100 off any repair. Schedule online today at abacusplumbing.com. Abacus, you can count on us. M20628.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app now is live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms DKNG.com/predictions promo.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years.
I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Spurs will look to keep their season alive when they face the Knicks in Game 5 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night in San Antonio. New York leads the series 3-1. Astros, losers of 3 of their last 4, open a weekend set against the Royals tonight in Kansas City. Texas looks to claim their first national title since 2005 when they opened the College World Series tomorrow night against Georgia from Omaha. I'm Ronta Moss.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo.
Who knows what'll happen at the FIFA World Cup 2026? But with unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases, the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo is a surefire victory. Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Visa, worldwide partner of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Everyone's talking about the FIFA World Cup.
But did you know the only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio?
What on earth have we just witnessed?
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
Live.
Can you believe it?
Every unforgettable moment.
wherever you are.
Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
And don't miss the U.S. men's team's first match Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
The world will be listening.
How about you?
This World Soccer Report is sponsored by MyPlates.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team Mexico has its first win of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, beating South Africa 2-0 in Mexico City. South Africa found themselves shorthanded in the loss.
It is another red card. South Africa reduced to 9 players.
Team USA makes its World Cup debut tonight in Los Angeles against Paraguay. In Toronto, Canada takes on Bosnia-Herzegovina.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real fans don't stop cheering when the match ends. Show your team's colors everywhere you go with a MyPlates personalized plate. Create your custom plate today at MyPlates.com.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human. Get yourself a dose of positivity.
I am a positivity magnet.
Right now.
With a tremendous amount of positivity.
Okay, it's happening.
It's the Hardge Knocks Life with Mike Hardge.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mark, a lot of people are wishing you a happy birthday. Miss Becky, my guy Scott, Aceto, and OJ got you as well. So everybody on social media, my guy Chezarts reached out and wishing you a happy birthday. So you are appreciated, brother. You are appreciated. When I was young, me and my mama had beef. No, that was different.
All right, here we go. I knew you was gonna do it.
I want to get into this conversation because Texas Longhorns are back in Omaha for the 39th time. We'll talk to the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, at 8:17. We'll get his thoughts about the trips to Omaha and what makes this one different than the last one, which Texas has been there. And shout out to David Pitt for time. It's a day where these guys, you talked about a lot of those guys not knowing each other. Well, that's what happened here. Texas was able to go out and get some different guys in the transfer portal, got some freshmen that were able to come in and step up and take the reins, and we'll hear about that in just a moment. But I want you to hear from Coach Schlossnagle on
the journey to getting to Omaha. I want you to hear the thought process of 39 trips to Omaha for one school, and the next closest team is 25. It means something to play baseball at the University of Texas. When I was growing up, and obviously I played baseball for a very long time, I was fortunate enough to be good enough to come to the University of Texas by signing my letter of intent to play baseball here. But fortunately for me, I was good enough to get drafted at that time and went on to play for a long time. But for me to be able to be recognized as somebody that was talented enough to play for this university, the University of Texas, it's something for a kid that grew up here. It means something for a kid that understood what being a Texas Longhorn baseball player, or would have been able to be that baseball player, meant something. You think about all the great players that have played there. Our own Keith Moreland, he's got his face up on the wall at the stadium, and his name up on the wall as well. So it means something. But I want you to hear from Coach Schlossnagle and his thoughts about representing the University of Texas.
Well, I mean, we planned on winning a national championship at TCU and A&M too. It just didn't work out. It's certainly at Texas, the fact that this is the 39th trip, the expectation, it's a bad season if you don't finish it in Omaha. And certainly they've won 6 national titles, and we continue to win national titles in different sports, just won back-to-back in softball. So the standard is very high amongst all of our head coaches. I certainly know what the assignment is. The message to our team is really, we're prepared. The question about the SEC teams, I mean, we're certainly we haven't played Georgia this year. They proved themselves to be the best team in our league throughout the stretch of the season, including the conference tournament. Wow, what an accomplishment for that, for them to do that. So they're certainly on a heater, but it's never about the best team. It's only about the team that plays the best. If it were about the best teams, over the course of a season, UCLA and Georgia Tech would be here. But baseball happens, unfortunately, or fortunately for, West Virginia and Troy and everybody else. So long story short is you just have to play well, and you have to be able to handle all the distractions and everything that comes with Omaha, which is mostly all great, but it's not necessarily always conducive to winning baseball if you're not focused on the task at hand when the time is called for. So we're excited to be here. I'm excited to represent Texas, and we know the assignment.
It's understood. And the assignment is finish in Omaha, but dogpiling in Omaha. You didn't say nothing?
Brother Hardge is going out, in and out. One of the things that struck me the most, Marcus, about what Coach Schlossnagle said was Georgia Tech and UCLA was supposed to be there. Those were really, really good teams, ranked real high. But just because you're ranked high doesn't mean that you're going to win it all. It's about playing the game. You got to play it. I mean, we always joke around about having Herm Edwards back in the day when he was the coach of the Jets. You play to win the game. You have to be able to get your team focused enough to say, we didn't just come here for the trip. We came here not just to be the 39th team to make it. We came here to be the 7th team to win it all. Yeah. And that is a beautiful thought, but it starts with this Georgia team. This Georgia team is really, really good. They hit the ball. They have pitchers like look like linebackers. We have Cozart. They have a couple of those.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a war.
So let me put this in perspective too. Dylan Volantis, top pitcher, and one of the top pitchers in the country,
you start to look at what he was. He was a freshman last year. He won freshman player of the year. He won freshman pitcher of the year last year. Well, he got a chance to present Sam Cozart with the freshman pitcher of the year this past week. Well, he also got a chance to present to another player that I've been pounding my chest for.
Yo. Hey, I just calling you guys to let you know I got National Freshman Player of the Year.
Oh, bro, congratulations, man. I didn't hear you. Say it again.
I got National Freshman of the Year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about right
Love
there.
you guys.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. When you sit back and you think about that kid, Anthony Pack Jr. was named National Freshman Player of the Year. He was called. He FaceTimed his mom and his dad. They were on a group talk. I don't know if it was grandpa that was walking with him, uncle that was walking with the dad, but they were out walking, and you could see the pure joy of what they saw all their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've watched this young man grow. You've taken him to the ballpark, running around. And I've been pounding my chest for this guy because he exudes what it is to be a baseball player at the University of Texas. And that's why I was saying what I was saying at the very beginning. He enjoyed that game. You feel me? And his family was able to enjoy it as well. What a great time. What a great story. And we'll continue the conversations. Coming up next, Texas football has a big-time commitment. I know I don't ever talk about this, but it's one of the big fellas. And I know Mark might be excited about this one. Right here on the morning kickoff right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Texas baseball is back. Catch every big hit.
This one out to deep left center. You can say goodnight to it.
Every strikeout.
Strike three call. Got him looking.
Every big play.
Dives. He made the catch. He made the catch.
Of Longhorns baseball all season long on 1300 The Zone and streaming free on the iHeart Radio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
There are some slowdowns on the eastbound side of Highway 71 due to a crash around Buck and Wolf Lane. Looking at the drive on I-35 southbound, starting to bog down from 45 over to 183. 3 to 5 minutes being added to your commute in that area. But over on Mopac southbound, you're issue-free, making that drive from Breaker Lane into downtown. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Rev up Father's Day gift giving at summitracing.com. You'll find unique gifts, parts, tools, accessories, and more. Or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop summitracing.com, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
This is the truck deal you've been waiting for, and Covert Chevy in Hutto is making it happen. 0% financing for 5 years on every 2026 Silverado 1500, and you won't make the first payment for 90 days. We're talking hundreds of options to choose from, with more rolling in every single day. Don't pay monthly interest on your old truck or car when you can save right now. 0% deals like this don't stick around, so come and see us at Highway 79 or head to coverthutto.com. Covert Chevy Hutto. Together, let's drive. For qualified buyers, see dealer for details.
50 years in the Lone Star State. A one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs, wine, spirits, and finer foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shop Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shop Specs. Low price, amazing. Here's to you.
Shout.
Cheers to savings.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Father's Day at Lowe's, we have extra big deals for a very limited time, so you can get Dad the gift he's been wishing for. Get a free Select Craftsman, DeWalt, or Cobalt battery when you buy a Select Combo Kit. Plus, save $90 on a Cobalt 24-volt battery string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit. Now $129. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/15 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Whether your oldest is heading off to college or you're finally adding that dream pool to the backyard, a home equity line from ATFCU can help make it happen. Your home equity is the difference between your home's value and what you still owe, and you can borrow against it without disrupting your current mortgage loan. Enjoy quick approvals, flexible terms up to 30 years, and no closing costs on loans under $250,000. Apply online at atfcu.org. Other terms and conditions apply. ATFCU is an equal opportunity lender. NMLS number 422857. Federally insured by NCUA.
We are so back. National Outlet Shopping Day is coming to Simon Premium Outlets and Mills locations June 11th to 14th. Get 4 days of jaw-dropping deals at the biggest outlet savings event of the year. And pro tip, our savings guide has exclusive limited-time offers for your local center. Visit nationaloutletShoppingDay.com for details. It's an unreal deals thing. Only at Simon Premium Outlets and Mills.
Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org/ride.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Summer is here, and iHeartRadio has got you covered.
I met you in the summer.
Dive into summer hits, commercial-free on Songs of the Summer Radio. Hit play on summer playlists for road trips to pool days, like Summer Road Trip. And yeah, podcasts so good, you can zone out in the shade. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and find your next summer preset now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
You're muted.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Mark, my mother-in-law said, tell Mark happy birthday. I owe him some toasty Cheez-Its. So she knows you. Yeah. And Gooch told me to tell you happy birthday as well. Everybody wishing Mark a happy birthday on social. And, of course, you can text him, or not text him, but you can follow him at the Mark Henry to wish him a happy birthday. All right, let's get into this. Texas football yesterday gets a commitment from a defensive tackle, defensive lineman out of Sierra Canyon High School in California, 6'4.5", 315, 4-star defensive lineman. I don't know if it's Casey or Cassie or Kazi Curie has now committed to the University of Texas. Kenny Baker been working on that young man for quite some time. That's a big commitment for a huge hole that will probably need to be filled next season.
You know, at Hardge, you always need to have a surplus of big guys in the middle because injury rate, play rate, and it wears the offensive line down when you have depth at the defensive tackle position. I get to see that up close and personal with my son being 300 pounds. This guy's 320. He's a big guy, and Texas need a lot. We need one more of those. We need another big 325-pound guy.
No doubt. No doubt. And they're finding a way to get it done. I mean, you start to think about this football team and Coach Will Muschamp, what he brings to the table, how he's going to be able to use and deploy those guys to make that happen. That's something that you can't coach big, right? Like you can't. You got to either have it or you don't. And then after that, you make sure that you get after it. And that's what I think these guys are trying to build here at the University of Texas. Coach Sark has always talked about big humans. Well, that's another big human right there.
I'm sure that Coach Muschamp is putting the emphasis on the big guys in the middle because he, in his gap scheme defense, like you need defensive tackles to occupy space. And he wants them to be 330, 335, just so you have to double team the guy and you can create the mismatch on the outside or at linebacker. You know, that's just the way his system is designed. So it's cool to see Texas get one early. I mean, like you said, the ink is not dry and things can happen.
For sure.
But nonetheless, right now we have room to be happy.
Yeah, and it's a good start to the recruiting cycle as well. You start seeing a bunch of guys, big name guys, committing to a university. Everybody's like, "Well, what's going on over there? I might need to be a part of that as well." So if Texas can continue to recruit well, setting things up, that is something that's important. You know, yesterday we talked to Eric Henry of Orange 247, and the conversation we had about scheduling, right? We talked about that 11 o'clock game in Knoxville, Tennessee, taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. That really, it doesn't sit well with me. The reason why is this is going to be the first time that these two programs have played each other in football, with both teams being in the SEC. And it's a marquee game. Why are you playing that at 11 o'clock when I'm sure you could play another team at 11 a.m. and move these guys back to the afternoon or even night?
I mean, is it too late to switch? Because they always have subject to change.
Not no more. They give you the window, and that's what the SEC looks at that window. Maybe it's a day that they want to start the day off with a bang, and starting it with Texas and Tennessee is the way that they want to go.
Well, I mean, whatever the reason, that's what we got, and that's what we're going to have to go with. But I'm excited. I know that my mentor is a famous alum from Tennessee, Charles Davis. And we're, I text him and said, I would love to have you on. I'm waiting on a response. But he's come on the show before, Hardge. So let's hope that we can get Mr. Charles Davis, college football extraordinaire, on the show leading up into that game.
Oh, I'm sure he'll hop on with that. And you look at the upcoming season, and we've talked about Texas and what they mean and what they see in themselves, the attitude of Coach Sark right now, and the players even a little bit. You start to understand, like, they talk about the SEC, it just means more. I think for our conversation that we had where we're talking about where's the all gas, no brakes, I think this is the year for the all gas, no brakes. And then I think we also see why it does just mean more in the SEC. When you first looking at it from afar, you think it's a corny conversation, but you look at the SEC right now, look at the College World Series. You got 5 teams.
Big teams would have something to say about that, but nonetheless, the standard in the SEC for football is great programs.
Right.
And big athletic programs. They don't err on the side of finesse very much. I guess Texas would be the most finesse team in the SEC. I'm curious, Hardge, to see this season if Texas is going to be able to do what they have been trying to do over these last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
In not making the playoff last year and making that playoff the year before. Like, this is the year, Hardge.
Yeah. It has to be. It has to be. And then you truly understand that this is the season that everybody's been waiting for. And they have to be able to show that. Hour number 1 is in the books. Coming up next, we'll speak to our friend, Ann Parker Coleman, as she talks all things Texas Longhorns, whether it's softball or baseball, getting ready to play in the College World Series. And, of course, we'll have our guy Craig Way at 8:17. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Since 1936, Shipley Donuts has been a Texas tradition, and now Dripping Springs wakes up with them. Start your mornings right with fresh baked donuts, soft warm kolaches, and hot coffee made fresh daily at Shipley Donuts, located at 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They're open bright and early at 5 a.m. because at Shipley's, donuts don't just taste good, they make people happy. Skip the line and order ahead at shipleydonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy.
Tonight, Christian Pulisic and the U.S. kick off their World Cup dream on a huge night in L.A. USA, Paraguay, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox and streaming free on Tubi.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
Drivers, Fair.coop is coming soon to your city. Earn up to 90% on every ride. Even with no surge pricing for riders, you can still make more than driving with surge on other apps. Refer riders, refer drivers. Earn 25% of net profits from referrals. Help drivers own the driverless future. Join Fair.coop, the world's safest ride. Fair.coop, official partner of iHeartRadio. Download the app now at fair.coop/iHeart. That's FARE.coop/iHeart.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I am grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. What are your rights and responsibilities? Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis. iHeartRadio wants you to see Five Finger Death Punch and Cody Jinks live in the city of your choice. We'll handle everything, including the Gold Merch VIP package. Just tap the contest tab when you're listening to us on the free iHeartRadio app to enter. Tickets at livenation.com.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, always free on the iHeartRadio app. And hour number one, we had a conversation about the Go Spurs Goes. What are the Spurs going to do at this time? And you also got to understand, too, what is going on with the Dallas Cowboys. New coaches on the staff, rather, players that are making things happen. And, of course, we have our guy, P.J. Locke and DeMarvion Overshown being able to get themselves ready and be ready to get after it. And Jaden Blue has been getting a lot of good conversation as well. They say he's night and day over what he was before to where he is now. We also talked about the Texas Longhorns as they are getting ready to start the College World Series. And Texas baseball is with Anthony Pack Jr. becoming the Freshman of the Year, National Player of the Year. Been wanting that for my man the entire time. Been pounding my chest for him. And, of course, you start to think about Sam Cozart on the back end. You was talking about him yesterday, about the big fella being able to throw straight gasolina. It's been exciting to see.
Hardge, you speaking of saying beating your chest. You know Anthony does that before he goes to the plate.
Yeah,
he pounds his chest every time, and it's like I'm wondering what is the significance. You know, everybody have their little attempt procedures. I wonder what that is, what that's about. I want to ask him.
Well, I mean, if you watch it, he's not the only one who does that. Everybody on the team, it's like some mechanism that they use or something to get themselves mentally prepared for the at-bat. Yeah, and a lot of times they would do it if they took a pitch and they thought it was a good pitch, they would pound their chest, tap their chest, and saying, "Yeah, I saw that. I was locked in on that." So it's just multiple things that that are available for the players.
Okay.
So, Marcus,
you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did she pop up?
Nah. She haven't popped up.
Okay, she's about to pop up. She thought it was 8:17, so she's about to pop up.
She's here.
Okay. Well, joining us as she always does, but we had to move her up a little bit because we got the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, joining us as 8:17 is Ann Parker Coleman of KView. Ann Parker Coleman of KView is getting herself locked in for college baseball, college softball. She was part of that trip to Oklahoma City, and now she's part of the quest. I told her the other day, since she's been here, all Texas has been able to do is win, and so we appreciate Ann Parker Coleman for joining us.
Yeah, guys, causation, correlation. I mean, come on.
I love it.
Yeah, and hey, Hardge, I appreciate the slip. I was not in Omaha, but I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was in Omaha. I'm telling you, if anybody listening has not been before, go. It is the coolest experience in sports, and I'm a very lucky person in the fact that I have experienced a lot of different championships and different, just those kind of experiences. Omaha tops all of it. It is the coolest thing. You should go.
APC, you gotta be our representative up there with the Jello shots to get. So we gotta stay up there and stay involved so we can be ranked real high this year. Uh-oh.
I wonder, did you hear what
I'm
he said
sorry,
about
guys.
the Jello
Y'all kind of
shots?
cut out. We need you to say that one more time.
He wants to know about the Jello
Oh,
shots.
is that what you said? Okay, let me move
Yeah,
you
we
back.
gotta have you to be our representative up there.
Hey, I know Texas is going to go down a couple 300 Jello shots because I'm not there, but I expect the good people of left fields and the right field buses to pick up my slack.
So speaking of the World Series, Texas is there. 5 SEC teams have made it to the College World Series. Pretty sure that we're going to have a College World Series champion out of the SEC. But when you look at the matchup of Texas and Georgia, what stands out to you the most?
Yeah, Hardge and I were talking about this yesterday. I feel like this is the toughest matchup in general that you could get right out of the gate in Omaha. It feels like Texas kind of had one of the easier paths to the College World Series than say like a UNC whose regional was just brutal. But for Texas, I think you go up against the hardest team there. I mean, Georgia is incredible. They are second in the nation in runs scored. They lead the nation in home runs. Look at their super regional against Mississippi State. That looked like a home run derby. They have so much firepower when it comes to the bats. And something that I thought was super interesting. I'm going to shout out David Eckert for the stat. I did not know this. Good battle between, or what am I trying to say? This is an interesting matchup. That's what I'm trying to say, between Dylan Volantis and the Georgia bats, because Georgia hits more fly balls than any other place in the country or any other team in the country. And Dylan Volantis, if he's not striking you out, he's forcing you for a ground ball that's just going to get out anyways.
Exactly.
So that matchup I think is especially interesting and is going to be really tricky for the Longhorns.
Let me ask you this, because as you know, this Texas team they can slug with anybody. We talked about Georgia and what they bring to the table and those great numbers. SEC Player of the Year, the catcher Jackson, and he can steal bags. He's a complete ball player. But you mentioned it. Texas pitching is riding a high right now. They've been able to throw strikes, and it seems like Coach Schlossnagle has shrunk his bullpen to a point that if you can't throw strikes, you're not going to play. What are your thoughts on that when it comes to Texas's pitching overall?
Overall, I still have some concerns just in it's a pro and a con in the way that I think that Sloss is his mentality is like do whatever it takes to win the game. Throw your best pitcher. So you're going to have Dylan Volantis obviously starting. And then if you need Luke Harrison to come out of the bullpen, he's going to come out of the bullpen. They're not saving him for a start, which I think is great. Obviously, it gets you to Omaha. That has worked for them so far. But I personally worry about then not having enough arms, like running out. And can Ruger, if we see the same kind of thing again, where Dylan obviously starts, that's not really up for debate whatsoever. If you have a situation where Dylan starts and then Luke Harrison comes out of the bullpen in some capacity, is Ruger, are you going to have enough guys on the back end, I guess, to keep playing? Because I feel like when you get to the postseason, your bullpen is one of your most important assets, if not the most important asset.
Coach Schlossnagle did such an unbelievable job, a masterful job of manipulating that bullpen before they came to Omaha. You think that there'll be more of the same?
Oh, yeah. I don't think we are going to see it. I don't think. I mean, who knows? I hope Coach has some tricks up his sleeve, but I don't think we're going to see a new face. I don't think we're going to get any surprises. I think the guys you're going to see out of the bullpen will be Luke Harrison. Didn't think you would say that if they need him. And, I mean, their guys are obviously Sam Kozart. I think Brett Crossland is still in there to a degree.
Brody Walls.
Thank you. I was blanking on his last name. And then, I mean, that's it. Am I missing anybody? I don't really think so. I hated LeFew, maybe. I don't really think you trust Thomas Burns.
You do bring in Burns because Burns has that experience and he's been able to be a part of that as well.
Yeah,
so I
believe
that.
But he's shaky. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. But
yeah. We're talking to Ann Parker Coleman of KView. You can see Ann Parker Coleman and myself on KView. Aired last night, and then there'll be another one a little bit later. But I wanted to ask you this, because as you start to look around, Coach Schloss touched on this yesterday. Texas athletics with CDC and all of the coaching, all of the head coaches are riding a high over the last few years. As softball just went back to back, you look at what golf, rowing, basketball is getting a lot of energy. So is Texas football, obviously. When you start to look around Texas, 39th trip to Omaha, what is it that you've taken the most interest in since you have been in Austin covering the Longhorns?
In terms of sports or
yes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, baseball, but it's hard to ignore softball. I just covered my second straight national championship. And I think there's a lot to be said for Texas women's basketball. I mean, the way Vic Schaefer runs that program is just incredible. And I can't emphasize that enough, because I feel like this past year with some of the transfers that we've seen, he's gotten a little bit of slack. You can't find a better person or a more class act than Vic Schaefer. And that's the really fun thing about covering Texas athletics. All of these coaches and all of these programs, their personalities, their culture, it is all so different, but they're all really still successful. Like there's no drop off in what they accomplish. It's just the way they go about it. And so it's really fun for somebody on my side to see all the different personalities and to see the way, basketball kind of operates like this and baseball's culture is just a little bit more like this. Like it's really cool to see how different everything is. At the end of the day, they're still winning. And I think a lot of that goes to picking good coaches and, like, guys, let's not deny this. Having money, being able to get the best players, that helps too.
They all saying the same thing. The standard is the standard.
Yeah.
They're bringing in coaches that are good enough to win and have won other places, but they want them to win here at the University of Texas.
Yeah. Yep. The winning tradition of Texas, that's one of those things that kind of sounds like eyewash unless you are Texas and you back it up with winning as much as they do.
And so hopefully they'll go to Omaha and get another victory. 39 trips. Coach Schloss 8th, and hopefully Texas get their 7th national championship. As always, we appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy.
Sorry, I was late, guys. Sorry, I was late.
It's all right. We know you're there. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye. Coming up next, we'll talk to the voice of the Texas Longhorns. Our guy, Craig Way of the Craig Way Show, joins us next right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Texas baseball returns to Omaha for the College World Series.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Hello, Omaha. The Longhorns will return to the College World Series.
Listen to every pitch on 1300 The Zone, 98.1 KVET, and 103.1 FM.
Swung on and the ball hit well out toward left. Say goodnight to it.
Tune in this Saturday as the Longhorns face the Georgia Bulldogs. 6:45 p.m. airtime on 103.1 FM in the free iHeart Radio app. Hook 'em.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
Tickets go on sale for everyone today at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific at AXS.com.
And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
There's a couple of crashes off the highway. The first one on the service road of I-35 northbound at East 6th Street blocks off a couple lanes at the intersection, causing delays in all directions. Over on Ed Bluestein Boulevard southbound, there's an accident right before Manor Road. An ongoing cleanup for a crash on 183 at William Cannon Drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
This July 4th, come celebrate at America's Block Party, hosted by America 250. America's Block Party is a can't-miss 4th of July concert happening at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Experience music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and the kickoff to Giving Forth, helping to make July 4th the largest day of giving in American history. It's more than just fireworks. Learn more about this landmark celebration at america250.org.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings. I am dedicated. I am TNT.
With Team in Training, you will reach your best physical self so blood cancer patients can reach theirs. Change your life by joining a marathon, half marathon, triathlon, or a cycle event, and you'll change the lives of blood cancer patients.
I am committed. I am TNT.
After 600,000 participants and almost $1 billion raised for treatments, TNT has helped the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society make a significant impact in the advancement of blood cancer therapies that save lives every day.
I am making a difference. I am TNT.
Join TNT. Expand your circle of friends to be part of a very special community. Train with world-class trainers and have the chance to be part of the most exciting endurance sports events in the country. Or train on your own schedule with TNT Flex. Join TNT and fundraise while you train and take part in getting us all closer to a world without blood cancers.
Join TNT now. Go to teamintraining.org.
This year, North America will be the center of the soccer universe, hosting the biggest sporting event in the world, 48 nations and 104 matches, as every player puts it on the line for their country. And BetOnline has you covered with live lines and player props from Sportsbook Casino the whole tournament. Enjoy the freedom of online gaming at BetOnline, where the action moves with you and every moment is yours. Make 26 your year. Bet on at BetOnline.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, America. That's America. Enter it now. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
Special shout out to Ann Parker Coleman of K-View as she joins us for her weekly spot. This is a special one for us. He's a Hall of Famer. You know him. You hear him every game. He's one of the best to ever do it, and he teaches us every single day new words to understand. He is the legend and the voice of the Texas Longhorns. He's the one and only Craig Way. Craig, as always, man, we thank you for taking the time to get up with us. It's been a while since you've been on the show with us. We hadn't been doing any afternoon stuff, so it's been tough for us to get out. But I wanted to ask you this because you call a lot of games, and now you're back in Omaha, and hopefully you're there to make that call for a national championship once again for the Texas Longhorns. But my question to you is, this never gets old, does it?
Not for 1 second. Good morning. Happy birthday, big man.
Thank you.
Celebrate that well. Yeah, it's really something special to come here. This is my 13th time here, my 11th time with Texas. I did twice for Westwood One for national radio for the national championship series. But as you know, as the team flew in and was in on the charter with them on Wednesday, and then just driving around Omaha, all the old familiar places, the old haunts. I even posted on social media last night. I rolled up to Zesto to get ice cream or get a milkshake last night. I mean, there's some great places, not just to eat, but there's a neat little old British pub across the street from the hotel called Mr. Toad, which has a nice little patio. And there's a lot of stuff. It in a lot of ways, it does feel like a second home, especially if you spend extended time here, because I was here in 2002 for 14 days, in 2003 for 11 days, in 2004 for 16 days, 2005 for 15 days. So you spend a fortnight up here. You get pretty comfortable and you get to know the people and the places pretty well.
So let me ask you, because Coach talked to us yesterday, and he had his spots and his thoughts about being back in Omaha, but we didn't dive too much into this team. As somebody who's watched this team mature from game one to where they are now and getting an opportunity to be in Omaha, this is like the crescendo, right? This is that moment of, hey, I saw this guy get better. We talked about the Anthony Pack deal and the expectations of him, and then Sam Cozart. There's just so many different pieces. Aiden Robbins and Carson Tenney. I mean, these guys were brought in to help get to this point. It's been a roller coaster ride for you.
Yeah, I've enjoyed seeing the freshmen and and then also the transfers get to experience this. Now, let me just say this: the veterans on this ball club, even the ones who came in as freshmen and they're juniors and seniors, there's only two guys on this roster who have experienced Omaha. One, Luke Harrison, of course, was a freshman when he came in here in 2022. And the other, Ashton Larson, was on LSU's roster last year, but, was a role player, wasn't a starter like he is at first base now. So the experience is almost something new now. And certainly, something it's different, I think, for all of these guys, really. And that's what's really cool about it. And you contrast that to a Georgia team, and I had to go back and do another count on this. 29 of the guys on their 34-man roster are transfers. 29. And so they do it different ways. Wes Johnson goes about it in a different way, and that includes key contributors like the guy who will take them out for them, Joey Volchko. He's a transfer, and then Colby Branch, key lockdown infielder, is a former Baylor Bear. He's from Lovejoy. He was up there playing high school baseball when Day-Day McCutcheon was catching passes up there, and he's got a younger brother who plays for Oklahoma. So they're both here, and they had a big family thing and that sort of stuff. So it's a contrast in rosters between these two, Texas and Georgia, and it'll be fun to watch them get together tomorrow night.
Craig, what is the key for Texas to get out against Georgia? Georgia is a formidable opponent. They have just as much talent as Texas does, and possibly more. What is the key for them to get out against Georgia?
The ball from getting out of the ballpark. I think. And if the wind blows like it was blowing yesterday during the workout day, home runs will be invoked. It's unusual for this place, Mark. This has always been a pitcher-friendly ballpark since the first year they had it in 2010. I remember when Texas came here in 2014, they won a game 1-0 on a C.J. Hinojosa home run over UC Irvine in an elimination game. That was not only the only run of the game, it was the only home run hit by any team in the entire tournament. Now, it's gotten a little more homer-friendly in some recent years, but it's still been a pitcher-friendly ballpark. That said, wind was blowing out of the north. The temperature's a little cooler here, not to make you guys groan about this. The high yesterday was 76 here, so it was nice. But the wind was coming out of the north. And so batting practice was a show. Georgia was just pounding balls out of the ballpark yesterday. And the Longhorns did so as well. And they've got guys who drive it out. Yes, they have a very hitter-friendly ballpark in Foley Field. And, you got the trees beyond the outfield wall. Their big slogan is feed the trees, with the home runs that they hit out there into the trees. This is not quite that way. But when the wind blows like it did, then, yeah. Then it's an issue, and you've got to be able to keep the ball down. Dylan Volantis does a really good job of that. But this is a really good team at making pitchers pay, whether it's your starters or your bullpen. You've got to be able to control the altitude of the ball to keep the pitch, to keep the altitude of the ball down.
We're talking to the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. And Craig, I don't know what's going down the hall. Sorry, guys. Craig, I wanted to ask you this too, because, when you look at the College World Series, you got the SEC, you got 5 teams that are there, obviously with North Carolina. But the story to me is about Troy. Troy is a team that, has been knocking on the door, trying to figure out a way to get there, and they finally get there. And a lot of people still don't know much about Troy. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen or know about Troy.
Well, as the season was developing, I continued to lean on our good friend and colleague Ty Harrington because he saw them play in the Sun Belt during the course of the year and is very familiar with them. They're a very well-rounded, balanced team. No superstars on this team, but they do everything very well. It's kind of like North Carolina has some real frontline guys. McDuffie, their closer, is excellent. They've got some other guys who are really, really good. But what I started to say is, like North Carolina, very solid, don't make a lot of mistakes. And they do it a little differently, as you would imagine, from the perspective of a mid-major where they've got guys who can fill in a variety of roles. They have 2 outfielders who pitch, who pitch on days when they're not playing in the field. So they were a topic yesterday, the State of the Game news conference there. They had Michael Alford, who's the chairman of the selection committee, and he had a couple other guys there as well, representing the NCAA and also the American Baseball Coach Association. And there was one guy who continued to pepper questions about the seeding and thought that the seeding on some of that might have been off because some of the 2 seeds got beat real early and some 3 seeds, and said, did you guys think that what you did, he kept calling it a rug pull, like pulling the rug out from under. And they stood there and answered the questions. And finally, the selection committee chairman said, look at Troy. They did what they heard us last year when they didn't get in when they were a bubble team. And they said, your non-conference schedule wasn't good enough. So they went out and scheduled tougher, and their non-conference schedule was a 5, ranked 5th. And their overall schedule, I think, was an 8. And that's how a team with 29 losses can get in without winning its conference tournament from a mid-major. It was kind of unprecedented, but they proved their worth. And I think somebody else from the committee pointed out that it was the fewest complaints they had ever heard about the selection of the field of 64. So Troy's a very solid team. It'll be interesting. Now, this place has kind of come alive for West Virginia. I will tell you that. It's first time here for the Mountaineers. We've always joke and talk about how, football games, the whole couch burning thing. I said, heck, they may burn their hotel rooms when they're here in Omaha. They are very, very fired up for this deal, and they'll be here in large measure today for that first game at 1:00.
Did they travel real well?
Yes. And of course, they've always traveled. You guys have seen it at football games when they played the Longhorns. They had large fan sections, a huge representation at bowl games. And what I saw a lot of blue and yellow around town yesterday. So I'm sure they'll be, well represented today in their game against Troy.
Wow.
As always, Craig, man, we appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy yourself. Have a great call. And hopefully you're there for another 16 days where you get to enjoy yourself watching these Longhorns chase another national championship.
Hey, quick thing to help us all out here, because I heard you guys earlier this morning. Hardge, you know why that Tennessee game's 11 a.m. It's the 4-letter network, ESPN.
Exactly.
They determine all that stuff, and I'm sure the conference would probably rather see that thing in prime time. That's all about TV. And once they set the things, unless it's put in the slot of flex, and I noticed there are some of the games that are listed as flex, we could see those as afternoon or evening games. When they lock that thing into 11 a.m., the networks they've got a plan for what they want to do that day.
They're trying to win the championship of viewership. That's what they're trying to do. I love it. I love it. As always, man, appreciate you. Have a great call today. Are you going to do the Craig Way show today, or are you going to rest your voice?
Well, I don't have access to a booth today because they have the they have the booths all occupied by the 4 teams who are playing today. But I will check in with our man Jay Kerman. He'll have and a lot of that sound that came from the news conference when we were off the air when the Texas news conference came down. So a lot of that stuff he'll have on the program this afternoon.
All right, there he is, Craig Way. Have a great call, my man.
Thanks fellas.
Craig.
We'll see you.
All right. There he is, Craig Way. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you the world's strongest tech right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
First responders and wreckers are on scene of a crash at the intersection of the service road of I-35 northbound at 6th Street. Could see a change here for the better sooner rather than later. Over on the service road of 183 southbound, there's also a crash before Manor Road. An ongoing cleanup for a wreck over on 183 southbound at FM 1625. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Save $100 off any plumbing, AC, or electrical repair $1,000 or more. That's $100 off any repair. Schedule online today at abacusplumbing.com. Abacus, you can count on us. M20628.
Before they can cheer your name, you gotta make one. At Spurs Sports Academy, we're helping young athletes do just that with year-round basketball camps and tournaments for kids of all ages. It's all part of our mission of inspiring lifelong memories and building character through competition. To find your way to play, text HOOPS to 210-444-5021 or head over to spurs.com/sportsacademy.
If you run a business, consider this. 77% of Americans say our nation's 250th birthday is an appropriate time to celebrate. That gives you the green light to advertise. Let iHeart help you advertise around America 250. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, mostly cloudy for your Friday. Could see a stray storm, a high of 93. Partly cloudy tonight, a low in the mid-70s. Saturday, partly cloudy, a high in the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Save $100 off any plumbing, AC, or electrical repair, $1,000 or more. That's $100 off any repair. Schedule online today at abacusplumbing.com. Abacus, you can count on us. M20628.
Joy is essential and it's also elusive. But now there's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Joy 101. It's a new podcast hosted by me, Hoda Kotb. If you're craving inspiration to maximize your joy, tune into these candid, uplifting, and moving on-air chats. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Joy 101, and listen now. Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb is presented by CVS.
This World Soccer Report sponsored by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team Mexico opened the 2026 FIFA World Cup with a 2-0 win over South Africa in Mexico City. South Africa struggled to find any openings in the shutout.
Denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, and South Africa's problems grow.
Team USA set to open its World Cup trek tonight in Los Angeles against Paraguay. The U.S. later has group stage matches against Australia and Turkey.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
You could win unmatched views of the match during the Twin Peaks Go for the Goal giveaway. Presented by Michelob Ultra and Casamigos. Visit TwinPeaksSoccer.com to enter for a chance to win by June 14th. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Hey, America, we need to have a little talk. I don't know if you've noticed, but we got a lot of food in this country. A lot of peaches, a lot of corn, a lot of apples, a lot of everything. We've got so much food that we can't even eat it all. So if we got all this extra food, how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? I just don't get it. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to the hungry kids who need it. They can get you food even if you live in Idaho or Alaska or somewhere crazy like that. This isn't complicated. We got extra food and we've got hungry kids. Feeding America's done the math. Now it's your turn. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. I know you got internet on your phone, so what are you waiting for? We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Well, we know what that sound is. It's time for the world's strongest man to give his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
You know what that is? That's when you have technical difficulties and you have to make do. Well, Marcus, back then they didn't know me. Now that I'm hot, they're all on me. Well, guys, today's take is about this Sorsby case. I know Hardge is fed up with it. I'm not fed up with it because now the vampires are starting to turn on each other. Just recently, as much as yesterday, Texas Tech had a roundtable meeting between a lot of the people that's involved in the case at the university. And in that meeting, 22, 23 minutes long, they they deflected the fact that they are not the ones that are funding the Sorsby case, that he is paying for his own legal, that they don't 100%, they back him, they support him in his mental health. But with all of the detractors, all of the people that are coming for them now, they're covering their own rear end. And that's a good thing. That's a good place to be when all the teams in the Big 12, not all of them, but the majority of the teams in the Big 12, they are saying, listen, man, we don't want nothing to do with this. Like, we feel like that you sign a letter of intent, you know the rules. Everybody has a standard, and what he has done in this standard is he has broken the rule. Hardge said it best yesterday. He said, it's black and white. The guy has broke the rule. He was extended a punishment. And just because you go and get a mental health check, that you go into protocols to get better, does not fix the fact that you broke the rules. And yes, I feel bad for the young man. And when I say I feel bad, I mean I feel bad that he ruined his own opportunity. There are a lot of people that have made mistakes that they regret. They go into life and they're better because of the treatment, of the fact that they realize they made mistakes, and that they spend the rest of their life trying to fix it. And they help other people take accountability for their failure, for their mistakes, and then they're able to move on. But I found it very interesting that the heads at Texas Tech made the announcement that, no, we're not funding this case, because they would look like they're in support of the fact that Sorsby wants to play football. Him playing football is not going to make his mental health any better. It's only going to make Texas Tech a better football team.
Yep.
And that's what it all comes down to. They $5-point-something million, and some people have speculated as being close to the 6. So between 5.7 and $6 million are invested in this. And who's paying for it, Marcus? Just to attain his lawyer was $500 million.
Wait, what? Not 500 million. 500 million?
You mean 500,000?
$500,000
okay.
just to.
I'm about to say.
Just to
well, that's the
attain-
reason why. If he paid 500 million,
That's why he playing.
He better be playing.
just to get the lawyer to take the case.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that this college student is taking this all on his own? No.
Well, he is making $5 million. He's making $5 million, so close to 6. So he can actually take that on his own. But the question that I have for you, and you brought up a great point about them having this meeting, talking about they're not funding it. Here's the reality of it all. The reason why they're having these meetings and the reason why they're out in front of it is because Texas Tech has now immersed themselves in a game that I don't know if they were ready to play. And I'm not talking about the part of the villain. I don't know if they're ready to be the part of the villain. I don't know if they truly understand that now that they are in this big market, you are not going to be the golden child anymore. You're not going to be looked at as a team on the outside. You're in the middle of it. So all the smoke that is going to start coming your way is going to happen more frequently. You've stepped up to the big boy table. You wanted to be part of the conversation. You are now the conversation, and you're going to have to make adjustments as it go. So the smoke that is given to you that you always want to give to the University of Texas or whatever other school that you feel like thinks they're better than everybody else, you now have become that. So you better get your shoulders back and ready to go, because the burdens are about to start striking towards you.
Yeah, they're coming from Hardge, and them lashing out at the media and at the Big 12 is failing. It's not a good decision to make to attack a conference, because the conference has the money to fight back.
For sure. Great take by the world's strongest man. When we come back, USA. That's right, folks. World Cup soccer is underway, and the USA takes the pitch tonight. And we're going to tell you where the AM 1300, the zone, will be. And, of course, you'll get a chance to watch soccer right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, the zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
It's Bucky and PK.
Would you get in a car with Tiger?
No.
He invites you on a road trip, but the rule is he's driving.
Oh, no, hell no.
Come on, you get to hang out with Tiger Woods.
No, I'm serious. I would not. If he said, hey, listen, we're going from the club and we're going to go to my house, and I know that he had a couple beers on the course, I'd be like, Tiger, just tell me where you live. I'll get there.
Catch Bucky and BK weekday afternoons from 5 to 7 on AM 1300 The Zone.
America's turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway. Take that road trip of all the Insta-worthy spots across the country, from bucket list to booked. Wow. Win your share of $250,000. Celebrating 250 years of America with iHeartRadio.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
First responders and wreckers are on scene of a crash at the intersection of the service road of I-35 northbound at 6th Street. Could see a change here for the better sooner rather than later. Over on the service road of 183 southbound, there's also a crash before Manor Road. An ongoing cleanup for a wreck over on 183 southbound at FM 1625. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Texas. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app now is live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code AM1300. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code AM1300. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issue in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms DKNG.com/predictions promo.
50 years in the Lone Star State. A one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs Wine Spirits and Fine Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shout Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shout Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you. Shout, cheers to savings.
Tonight, Christian Pulisic and the U.S. kick off their World Cup dream on a huge night in L.A. USA, Paraguay, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox and streaming free on Tubi.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked, In buildings, stay ready. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 38 years making sure they are not. We carry all major brands of television and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores, and you don't have to leave your house. We come to you. I believe in having fun and dreaming big. If you have a dream for your home entertainment, let me know. I can make that dream come true. Anything from theaters to multi-room audio systems, lighting control, computer networks, hell, even golf simulators. We cultivate clients for a lifetime by treating everyone like their family. And we provide everything at incredibly competitive prices and install it seamlessly into your home. So relax, hug your kids, make love to your wife, and smile. Then give us a call at 512-255-8678. It's 512-255-8678 or online at avconsultations.com.
Hey, this is Lauren. And a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken, breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Livestrong supports the first responder ride from Boston to New York. Register at livestrong.org/ride.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, birthday boy, world's strongest man, D. Mark Henry. Happy birthday, Mark. I hope you have some big time plan for this weekend.
Hey, man, my plans are to make sure that all the people that support me all through the year, please, if you want to give me a gift, support the Boys and Girls Club, support any organization where kids get to get services for free, where they can go and train and they can go and do athletic events and so forth. That's my wish.
Yeah, that's all good, man. I'm proud of you for that. Man, what are you doing for your birthday? That's the question that I ask. Man,
I live for everybody. I live for everybody. That's what makes me happy. Feed me, give me a pat on the back. I'm good. That's all I need.
Don't pat you too hard though, because you be ready.
No. My family. Only the family. All the rest of y'all wave at me from a distance.
I don't know. Your family kind of strong too.
They didn't put you on the IR, dog. So
yeah,
I mean,
they have jacked me up a little bit, but you know what? I'm gonna keep them.
Well, somebody else that needs to be kept is USA. USA. That's right. They'll be taking on Paraguay tonight. You can get over to Auditorium Shore starting at noon today. There was a big watch party yesterday. AM 1300, The Zone will be in the house. So make sure you go by, pick up some stuff, say hello to everybody. But the USA will play tonight, 8 o'clock kickoff. And you can watch all the action and hear most of it right here on iHeartRadio app and, of course, on Fox. Mark, this is big time for the USA. Yesterday, Mexico got things started. They got the W. South Korea got a win as well today. Canada will kick off the afternoon starting at 2 o'clock. They'll be getting after it. And then followed by USA. That's right. They'll be kicking it off, literally kicking it off. But it's an exciting time. I'm in Houston right now, and I went to this bar restaurant yesterday, right when we got into town, and it was full of Mexico supporters. It was unbelievable. What a great scene. And I'll be interested to see what tonight looks like as well, as the USA will be taking place.
Well, good luck. Good luck to Mexico. Good luck to the USA. We want North America to succeed.
Well, Canada too. Canada's part of it too. That's why
I didn't. That's you said that. I didn't. I'm not giving. I'm not. No.
He's like, they all right though, but you know.
Hey, Montreal Expos was my squad, so I know a little bit about that. But I do want to say this, because as we are getting ready for Texas baseball, San Antonio Spurs, USA Soccer, it is a good time to be a sports fan. You also have NHL, Carolina, one game away from raising Lord Stanley's Cup, walking around drinking out of that. It's an exciting time for sports, and we're not even at the All-Star break in baseball, where we'll be talking about that as well. But College World Series 103-1 tomorrow. Tomorrow, myself and Jake Herman, who will be hosting the Craig Way Show, will be bringing you a special broadcast, getting you ready for the College World Series. That will take place right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, starting at 6 o'clock. Will lead you to 6:45. That will lead into Round Rock Express baseball, but you can listen to Craig Way at the College World Series tomorrow, starting at 6:45 on 103.1 FM.
Hard, you mentioned raising Lord Stanley's Cup. One of the more interesting things that I've ever done in my life, in 2009, in Detroit, they won during that year, or the year before, and it was 2008, 2009. This is long before COVID. I'm not a drinker, but they were drinking out of the Stanley Cup, and
yes,
I drink out of the Stanley Cup.
That's how you get mono.
I was going to say you're disgusting.
That's how you get mono.
You're gross. You're gross, Mark. That's gross.
Hey man, it was a bunch of dudes doing dude
exactly
stuff.
A bunch of dudes doing dude stuff.
Oh man, I'm nauseous now.
Yeah, me too. But seriously, man, happy birthday. Enjoy your weekend. Lock in for, hopefully the Spurs get a victory for you, and of course Texas baseball. But make sure you tuned in all day long. Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, and of course the Craig Way Show with our guy Jake Herman. And don't forget, Jake Herman and I will be doing a baseball pregame show tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You can hear it all right here. For Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. Just remember this: don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a